Hi, Robin. My name is Sadie Saldierna. I am a sales rep with Salesforce. I've heard so much about you through our mutual friend Abby that works at Amgen, so I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Hi, Sadie. It's so nice to meet you too. I've been looking forward to this meeting all day.
So great to hear. I was doing a little prep for this meeting and I saw on the Otis website that you're an advocate for developing women, and that's just so inspiring. And I was just kind of wondering what inspired you to do that and if you've seen any impact through that at all.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for asking me. It's something that I'm very passionate about as someone who was raised by a single mother. Growing up, I only had the support of the strong, capable women around me. And so when I became more successful and able to, I wanted to kind of return some of that help that I received to the women around me in my community and in my work environment. And so I do a lot of activism work and I work at women's shelters. And then I also work on the board of many women in business um, company projects because that is something that I'm very passionate about. Thank you.
That's so nice and so inspiring to hear. I feel like I kind of align with that in so many ways. I too was raised by a single mother, and seeing what she did to give me the life that I had, I feel like that's so inspiring. And I'd love to hopefully touch base with you after this and see if there's any ways that I could help you on that mission, help developing those women and see if there's any difference that we could hopefully make together.
Yes, of course. We're always recruiting.
I heard from your assistant that you have a busy schedule and that you have allotted about 15 minutes for us to talk today. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Perfect. So I don't want to waste any of your time, so I would love to dive right in with you and talk to you about CRMs. Are you up for that?
Yes, of course.
All right. So are there any current challenges that you are facing with your current CRM provider? It's HubSpot, I believe.
Yes. So unfortunately, recently we've been experiencing a lot of glitches. Um, and this has just led to a lot of poor like customer service and a bunch of like other issues that have like arisen. Um, and so we're just looking for a good quality software that works well and has little mistakes. That's our biggest thing right now.
I definitely understand how those glitches could waste time and things of that nature. Can you kind of elaborate on those glitches and what they're kind of affecting a little more?
I think they're just affecting the timeliness of our employees getting their work done. Um, our employees have, vocalized their frustration with the how much longer their work is taking because of these glitches.
I can definitely understand those concerns. Kind of piggybacking off those challenges that you're facing, is there anything that you wish a CRM could do for you?
Yes, so post COVID, the hybrid office environment has become very prevalent. But unfortunately, that has caused less visibility for our managers. And so our managers basically just want to be able to see key marketing and sales metrics so that they can easily predict future marketing and sales revenue.
Okay, definitely see that. Can you kind of elaborate on that? Is it the sales revenue and the metrics? What are you kind of wanting to see that in like certain employees as a whole? If you could elaborate, that would be great.
Yes, as a whole, but I think also just being able to like link our different teams and then allowing our managers easier access.
Okay, for sure. I heard from Abby that you kind of want your sales and marketing teams to collaborate. Is that something that you're looking for in those metrics? Is the collaboration between those teams?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Is there anything that your CRM is currently doing that you think is helpful right now?
Um, Besides the price, not really.
Okay. Um, is there any other limitations that you're having with HubSpot at the moment?
Yes, so Basically, Otis right now has a new goal to decrease wasted time for our employees. Um, and so we're just wondering how Salesforce can help us achieve this goal and like let us see proof of it being completed.
Okay, and by wasted time, could you kind of elaborate more on what's wasting that time?
I think it just goes back to those glitches that we've been experiencing and also just the limitations of HubSpot. Since we are such a large corporation, I think it's just having a bit of a hard time keeping up. But that's basically it.
Do you feel like that your current CRM provider is a little bit more for smaller companies and you've just kind of outgrown that?
Probably, yes, I'd have to say.
Okay. Well, I feel like we've gathered a lot of information here. I hear that you're having some current issues with the glitches at HubSpot and your employees are kind of frustrated with that. You would like to see some, as a manager, you would like that visibility to see the key marketing and sales metrics that your employees are completing and being able to forecast that sales revenue for future sales revenue. Again, that collaboration between the marketing and sales teams would help with that visibility. And then the you would like to decrease wasted time on these tedious tasks or glitches or whatever it would be, just kind of increase that productivity. Is there anything that I missed that you're looking for or having trouble with currently with your CRM?
No, that's pretty much everything.
Okay, well, I would love to talk to you about how Salesforce can help with these limitations or these wishes and wants that you're needing. If I could go ahead and talk to you about that, does that sound like something you're kind of up for?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. So I would love to talk to you about this manager visibility that you're talking about, being able to see the key marketing metrics and forecasting. For seeing the metrics, we actually have this feature. It's our dashboard. Right when you open up Salesforce, it's there for you. You get to see live data, so it's the most current information. You can look at, as managers, you can see what's relevant to you, what your sales team's doing, certain reps, or like any campaigns that you're running and how they're performing, as well as this dashboard can also see where you've lost deals and kind of why that fell through. And so I feel like it really helps with increasing that sales revenue and seeing how you can improve as a team and just kind of from that manager's sales point, seeing where you can improve. I feel like that's definitely beneficial. Do you feel that way?
Yes, I do.
And then kind of touching on that forecasting bit of that want, you're wanting to see the forecasting of future sales revenues. And as managers, you can adjust the forecasts and kind of our AI can kind of help with that, just bringing those forecasts to you can break down between like best cases, commitments between customers, kind of close deals, gauging that confidence of going in to new clients and customers and forecasting how it can improve in that way, and just quota tracking again with the forecast um, to see where you're going to meet your goals. Do you feel like these two features are will help you with that want of seeing those metrics as a manager?
Yes, definitely.
All right, well, now I can talk to you about kind of where you're wasting time with those tedious tasks and those glitches, which is so unfortunate. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. But Salesforce actually, I heard from Abby that you're interested in artificial intelligence, AI, and how y'all currently don't have that and you'd love to have that. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, we actually have Agent Force, which is AI. It allows users to create autonomous agents, and you can just kind of create them to do those little tasks to kind of waste time. It's everyone raves about them, our customers that use them with your tools and data. And then we also just have centralized customer info where you can see everything about your leads or clients, history, just if you're going into a meeting and you need to know what's going on with those clients and how to prepare for that. It's all there in one place. No more searching your emails or spreadsheets and kind of wasting time going to look at different systems, different apps to kind of it's all just kind of centralized there for you and easily accessible. by a touch of a button. I feel like that really helps increase that worker productivity and making it easy to just access everything. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that definitely sounds like it would help that issue. Thank you so much for bringing that up.
Great. I love to hear that. And then the last thing you kind of mentioned was just having these unfortunate glitches. Um, I do think that that has to do with the fact that HubSpot is more for smaller businesses and Otis is just scaled to this large business. And I feel like Salesforce really prides themselves on being there for the large businesses. That's kind of what we specialize in. We're built for that. We have strong data security that helps handle those larger volumes of data without slowing down. We have minimal complaints on our end from slow, from our CRM being slow. We have minimal glitches. We have updates that are monthly to help with those bug fixes and just adding new features or enhancing features to help with anything that may be going wrong. And just a strong customer support system there for you 24/7 if you do. Um, Ever encounter a glitch. Hopefully not, but we do have that at your disposal to help with any problems that do arise. Do you feel like I have kind of touched on all those problems that you've been experiencing or what you're wanting?
Yes, definitely.
Great. I would love to talk next steps with you, um, if you're up for that.
So I'm just having a little bit of a concern about switching over to Salesforce.
All right, and why is that?
So basically, um, our employees already don't really use a CRM well anyway. Um, and so I'm having a hard time like justifying spending so much money on a CRM that my employees won't even use or utilize to its full extent.
I definitely understand that. We do have training to train all of your employees on how to use our CRM and how to use it efficiently. And I feel like I've kind of touched on a lot of things that could help make it more beneficial and hopefully more appealing to your employees to want to use having all that data that they need right at their fingertips, easily accessible when they open up the CRM. But again, that training will really help. I feel like um, them get to know our CRM well. Do you feel like that's helpful for you?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right, well, I'd love to set up another appointment with you where we can just talk to your sales team and show them what Salesforce can do.
About my employees, I just feel like they're not going to be very happy with another switch over. Um,
And do you have any idea as to why they wouldn't be happy?
yeah, so basically, just a few years ago, we transferred to HubSpot, and it took a long time for them to learn and get used to that. And so I feel like they're just going to be very frustrated with having to relearn a new CRM.
I definitely understand that change is so tricky. A lot of people don't want change. I can definitely empathize with that for sure. But again, like I said, we do have that migration support, that data security, just helping transfer everything for you and just making that so easy. We also just we have this way of teaching our CRM that just makes it fun and simple and so easy to use that I feel like it would really be beneficial to your employees and I feel like they would really grow to like it. All
Okay,
right,
thank you so much for clearing that up.
okay, great. I would love again just to get that next appointment with you and just talk to you more about Salesforce. No commitment necessary, just kind of dive in deeper.
So, in terms of another meeting, we're actually very busy this month. So, can we just go ahead and schedule a meeting for July?
I definitely understand the being busy, so are we? It's just that time of year, honestly. But are you aware that your contract with HubSpot is up for renewal on May 1st?
Oh, I was not aware.
Okay, well, it is up on May 1st, and so just love to just kind of talk to you about how Salesforce can be beneficial and hopefully not have to go into a new contract with all these glitches and things that you're kind of having trouble with. So I would just love to meet with you next week. Hopefully, it's just about 20 minutes, presentation, demos about Salesforce with your sales team and just showing them what we have to offer. Or is that something that we could get on the books?
Yes, definitely. I'll squeeze in some time for you guys.
Okay, perfect. I would love to meet with you next Thursday if that's possible.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, perfect. I don't want to waste any more of your time, but I can send you a follow-up email, talking to you about everything or sending you information about everything that we talked about in this meeting, and also getting in touch with your assistant, hopefully putting that meeting on the books, and look forward to seeing you and talking to you more about Salesforce. It was so nice to meet you.
It was nice meeting you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.